Dámy a pánové, já vás vítám u videa z herní série The First Descendant. Doufám, že si videjko užijete, počilujete a enjoy.
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
Ultimate Sharon. Zajímavý.
Descendant. I've developed a way to increase the performance of the inversion reinforcement device. You used to wear the device on your wrist to control the inversion energy in the Ironheart particles. I've been able to improve it with a simple adjustment and some research. Now it's attached to your chest, close to your heart and the pulsations of arcane energy. The device's name is the Ancestor's Pulse, a modified version of the inversion reinforcement device. I used Vulgus technology and a little ingenuity. With the Ironheart
Vidím, že opět neudělali synchronizaci žvatlajících úst a textu.
Of course, I used the Vulgus's inversion technology to refine the device's design and ensure stability. As long as you don't inject too many particles, you shouldn't have to worry about the dangers of inversion energy. Oh, HQ said they would periodically recall all of the inversion reinforcement devices, correct? The highly contaminated inversion energy accumulated in the device will provide excellent samples to study. Don't worry, I'll pass this on to HQ myself. This worked well. I'm sure I'll be able to devise very impressive new technology in the future.
To je všechno. Tady to svítí zeleně nově. Co s čím bych asi měl pokecat? Nejukecanější NPC z celé hry. Robot. Výborně. A bez modul. Takže vybereme si zbraň, která je aspoň nějakým stylem vyexpená, aspoň jedna. S tebou jde pokecat, no neké. Jo, tady přibyl ještě Abyss. 150. Něco novýho na hard. Death Stalker. Výborně, takže s tímhle taky nic. Ale se to rozsvítilo vzadu. Tady. Implant reaktor. Optimization condition. Suroviny na to nejsou. OK. A víceméně ale to stejně chce, abych to implantoval, což uděláme jednoduše tak. Nezajímá mě, vidět ho nechci. Backing off.
You think that strategic planning is easy? Hound, this is HQ. Please report on the status of units to be deployed to the new Void vessel. Target code VV072.
This is Inez of Hound. All personnel are currently deployed on other operations. Be advised that only one unit is available. Please confirm whether Descendant support has been greenlit. Operation cannot proceed without Descendant reinforcements. Over.
That is currently under discussion. The operation must proceed regardless, so please be ready on your end as soon as possible, Hound. Sorry to keep you waiting, Descendant. The situation is critical. Let me explain why you've been called in. An unidentified Void vessel has been discovered in the Void Abyss. We have contacted Hound, the unit responsible for dealing with Void vessels, but it seems they are short-handed. Apologies, you might not have heard of Void vessels. Descendant, do you remember the wreckage of large ships floating in the Void Intercept battle location? Void vessels is the name we have given to these wrecked ships and massive amounts of debris drifting in the Void. Hound is a unit dedicated to searching Void vessels. When a new Void vessel appears, they are the first to move in, scouting for threats, securing the space, and exploring it. However, due to the physical demands of surviving in the Void, they only have a few members. They have descendants in their ranks, but they are extremely few and far between, leaving the unit constantly short-handed. So it's not uncommon for them to request descendant support, but now is not a good time. As you may have noticed, the reason I called you here is to deploy you on this operation. Someone with experience and understanding of void space, as well as the capabilities to deal with any eventuality. Well, you are the only one who fits the bill right now. We need to explore this Void vessel. It was found in the Abyss, which we have not been able to survey until now. Go and see Inez and Keelan, the Hound descendants. They will assist you. I'm counting on you, Descendant.
Velmi záživný úkol. Tak si jdeme Void vessel, no. Tak si jdeme vlastně kam? Sem pro Hounda.
It's the Descendant! Look, Keelan! I was right, wasn't I? I told you HQ would send reinforcements. Looks like I won that bet. Oh, this is great! Drinks for me all night at the Brown Beard.
I don't mind you drinking all night. Just stop talking. You talk too much.
No, I'm gonna talk as much as I want all night long. Oh, right. I'm Inez Rhea, a descendant with Hound. Nice to meet you. This is the first time I've worked with another descendant. I was assigned to Hound as soon as I finished my descendant training. My unit is only sent on missions to Void vessels, so we rarely run into other descendants who might be heading to intercept battle locations. Hey, Keelan, haven't you two met before? You were in the Descendant Corps before coming here.
Don't know. Don't really care about other people.
Oh, you know, every time you behave like this, I have to just take a deep breath. If I didn't, I might hit you on the head. For goodness sake, why can't you just get on with people? You get along fine with Jeremy. What's your problem?
None of your business. I'm dealing with it.
Sure you are.
Anyway, how long are you gonna leave the Descendant just standing there, Inez?
I was just about to explain. So, Descendant, we'll keep you fully briefed about the mission, but you'll find a Void vessel very different from the Void intercept battle locations you're used to. We don't know what traps or hazards it might have, so you'll need to be more careful than usual. It won't be easy, but I heard that you're quite the star in the Descendant Corps. I'm sure you'll do just fine on Hound missions too. It's a shame I can't come exploring with you. I could be a huge help. But I've only been back from the Void for a few days, so I can't go with you. You know, too much exposure to Void energy being dangerous and all that. I'll do what I can from here to help you with whatever you need. All right, Descendant? Let's do this. Keelan, you could say something encouraging too.
Good luck on the mission. Let's try not to get in each other's way.
He's got a bit of an attitude problem, but he's also got a heart of gold. So please don't be offended. Sincerely, Inez.
I don't understand, Alpha. Why
No.
have I been excluded from this operation? I'm the only Descendant who has any experience with the Void Abyss. Aren't I the logical choice for this?
No. As your commander, I will not allow it. Alpha! You're right. No other Descendant knows the Void Abyss better than you. But can you really tell me that's the only reason you want this mission? You and I both know that it's not. Besides, you lead a team now.
Tak, kam to hodí to
Are you
psa?
going to simply abandon them? All right.
Tak jo, kde ho máme? Na pokec? Ano. Není na to být ukecán kozatící v latexovém úplném oblečku.
You're here because you're worried about me. Well, there's no need. When it comes to the Void Abyss, my emotions tend to get the better of me. HQ made the right call to leave this operation to Hound, and they were also right to choose you to support this operation. Personal feelings need to be left out of the equation if we want to achieve our overall goal. All the right decisions have been made, and it's for the best. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel apprehensive. As someone who's been to the Void Abyss before, I have to warn you. Never, ever let your guard down. Not even for a moment. You must stay as calm as possible, even if you're under immense pressure. Keelan's experience and understanding of Void vessels doesn't count for much. There are no guarantees in the Abyss. You'll be put under a tremendous amount of external force while you're conveyed to the operations site. If you lose consciousness at any point, you'll fall into the Void and drift there. So stay focused and channel your RK as much as you can. That's the only way we'll be able to locate you if something happens. Remember what I've said, and come back safely.
Descendant, I have something to tell you. Please come and see me.
Byli takže za guidem. Klasická pobíhačka, vykecávačka, něco na styl Bunny.
This is... You are here, Descendant. I have something to tell you concerning the Void Abyss. The Void Abyss is a place that is unknown even to me. I cannot find anything about it in my systems. I have searched the records of Albion headquarters for solid information, but unfortunately there are very few documents about the Void Abyss. One thing I have discovered is that void energy is very strong in the Abyss, and there are elements there that do not exist in Ingress. Void energy has a negative effect on the RK of Descendants. You and I are linked by RK, which means our link could be broken. For now, I can only hope that our link will remain intact. But there are no guarantees. I will look into a way to stay linked
to both you and Keelan for as long as possible. Please acquire as much data as you can from the Void Abyss and VV-072. When you return to Albion, I will analyze the data and plan our next course of action.
Tak, kam mě to požene? Seneca.
You need information about the Colossi. There you are, Descendant. I've been informed that you're to be deployed on reconnaissance mission to the newly discovered Void vessel, VV-072. Void space is full of uncertainty and danger. The remote abyss will contain greater threats and be even more unpredictable as well. Which is why you need to be more cautious. The most important thing is not to lose consciousness while traveling into the Void Abyss. Traveling into the Void Abyss involves crossing dimensions, and will subject you to immense gravitational pull, close to 10 times the gravity of Ingress. Traveling to a Void intercept battle location is a walk in the park compared to this. As Ajax likely told you, if you lose consciousness, you could end up drifting in the Void. Even a slight lapse of concentration could knock you off course. Even getting to the operation site itself could prove to be a challenge. But I believe in you, Descendant. I'll activate the Void radar once you're ready.
You heard Seneca, yeah? You better get your act together, unless you want to be MIA in a Void.
Co novýho? Aby se odemkne po tomto questu. Tak uvidíme, co to bude.
Biosignals are unstable.
Keelan, are you all right?
What's about the Descendant?
Still in void space. Stay where you are until the rendezvous.
I can handle it myself. Let's get this operation going.
Tak, kam se nám portoval?
Keelan, I need a status report.
I'm searching the interior.
This is vytekající Cyrite.
Gunfire.
Keelan, the signal is on the move.
I know. Focus, scum. Engage him!
We've lost the Vulgus signals. Keelan has made contact with the target.
HQ, there's been a mistake. It's just an ordinary dog.
The signal is still responsive. It might have something to do with the ship.
No way.
Keelan's archaeometrics are stabilizing.
This dog, he's not as ordinary as he looks.
This thing is jamming our signals. Communications are
Keelan, abort! Get out of there now!
HQ, Check your comms. HQ! This facility is...
Get on with it! You pathetic vermin!
Damn it!
After him. Find him and kill him.
Že by konečně začala nějaká zábava. Výborně. Aha. Oni to tam bude ještě cpat. Tutoriálovky. Beacon. Nečtu.
Unfortunately, I'm in a difficult situation at the moment, and I can't engage. Why did the Vulcans here all of a sudden? Damn it! I don't know. I'll try to get the comms back on once you've let the Vulcans out. I've got the objective locked down, so I need you to do some of the heavy lifting.
Já věděl, proč si dávám jinou zbraň. Takže konec pučky. No co s tím? No. Bariéry, výborně. To druhý. Aha, přidal to minutu. Teďka máme. Okay. Vyšetřování. Naprosto nečekaně, červený. Ne, rozbit nejde. Hacknout drona. dalším. Tohle rozbit nejde.
Disabling their jamming device. Our comms should be back up soon.
Please respond.
HQ, come in.
Keelan, you're alive. And I can also confirm the Descendant's biosignal. Keelan, your biosignals are unstable.
It's just a scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
Keelan, Descendant! I'm glad you're both alive. I was terrified when I heard we lost comms.
Don't worry, I'm fine. And the dog... Doggo is
Ale
fine.
rozbit nejde.
Stop. Like he's reading my thoughts. As if it's connected to my
Jasný, tady je
arcade.
další.
I thought to myself, stop barking, be quiet.
Dávaj.
Then it stopped. It's intriguing. Cute.
Well, that's a shock. I didn't know you liked dogs.
No small talk during operations in this. Like cats do,
Pěkně.
anyway.
Je tu něco?
No small talk
Není.
during operations.
Why
A
you?
hen taky
Just wait
není.
till I get back.
You can see each other shortly. You are to cease operations and return immediately. Keelan, I have your current coordinates. Transferring you to Albion now.
Okay. See you in Albion, Descendant.
Transferring the Descendant next. Wait. Descendant, we have detected communication packets concentrated at a specific point. I apologize, but this data needs to be verified. I will send the target zone to your scene.
Eliminate Guardian. Tak pojď. A? Ale potřebuju. Boom. Ještě někde někdo? A tady je další bomba. Blup. Očividně bylo fučák, jestli mě to vidí, nevidí. Aspoň trochu víc zábavy. Dobré, další timer. Moje oblíbené lasery. Pátý. Bylo tam něco? Kabely přerušené. Nemám decryption key. Výborně. Netuším, kde to sebrat. Ne? No, sem by šlo jít. Aha, tu nic ale není. Výborně. Značka jí dál vyhnout celý zroom. Že klíč bude až po misi. Tím pádem zajímavý, že ty bedny tu jsou už teď. Joj. Do píči matere. Oj kurva. Ještě to bylo jenom do štítu. Tak, co to bude pěknýho na 2,5 minuty. Nepropadnu. Nějaké výbušniny nebo něco. Imunity. Aha.
The Vulgus are deleting the collective data. Descendants, you must stop them if you want to see the information that our enemies have gathered.
To je všechno? 4 klíče na normál, 6 na hard. Dobrý vědět. A to je vše. Hunter procesor. Aspoň nějaké nové vzhledy tu jsou. Tak, šup do města.
Descendant, please report to HQ immediately.
No, všude vánoční obludy.
Descendant, I'm glad you made it back safely. I heard the amount of pressure in the Void Abyss was huge. And yet you still managed to complete the operation. You really are talented. I'd love to have you join our unit. Wouldn't that be great, Keelan?
Sure, they're useful enough. They don't get in the way and they can hold their own. Thanks to you, the mission was a success. You did well, even though you weren't trained for it. Ines, why are you looking at me like that?
Wow! The Void Abyss really is a scary place. It's changed your arcade traits and now it's even changed your personality. I've never heard you compliment anyone before. Keelan's still in there somewhere, right?
Never mind. Descendant, you should pay HQ a visit. I hear they're preparing a follow-up operation. Ines, I've got to drop by the Magister Research Institute. I'm a little worried about that doggo we rescued.
Wow! I swear that didn't sound like Keelan. I didn't know he liked dogs.
Výborně. Takže si můžeme vybrat, jestli chceme Dogo nebo Keelana. Myslím, že Dogo. Co s Keelanem?
Descendant, I've been waiting for you. First of all, thank you for your hard work you put into this operation. An impressive achievement for your first void vessel exploration. It's no wonder Hound wants to recruit you. It's not entirely because of that success, but it has been decided that for the time being, you'll be assigned to void vessel exploration missions. VV-072 is unlike any void vessel that we've discovered so far. It doesn't look like a Vulgus ship, and I'm concerned that the Vulgus have already taken control of its interior. Also, the Vulgus seem to be using a dedicated exploratory force similar to our Hound unit. We need to find out what they are doing on VV-072 and what they are looking for. Descendant, I want you to conduct a second search operation. I'll contact Hound to assist you.
Well, I didn't expect you to be rushed into another operation this fast. While we're here, Descendant, can you come and see me for a moment?
Takže ona má ještě nějaký další quest. Tohle je zas co? Actress.
Bunny, I've been expecting you. Thanks to you, we've been able to...
Jasný, synchronizace vzpomínek. To, co už bylo vidět. Chápu.
There you are. I'm as confused as you are by HQ's decision. A redeployment so soon after your return.
Though I can see why HQ ordered it. It's the Void Abyss after all. And there are Vulgus all over VV-072.
And, unfortunately, the data you collected contained very few valuable leads. Plus the unexpected Vulgus presence. I suppose HQ had no choice.
The presence of the Vulgus on VV-072 means it's likely they're also looking for something there. Probably information that can give them an advantage over us. Traveling into the Void Abyss isn't easy, even for the Vulgus. There must be something important for them to take that risk. If VV-072 is a Vulgus ship, they have the advantage. We won't be able to stop whatever the Vulgus are planning if we fall behind now. That's why a second sweep is absolutely necessary.
Keelan's right. So I pulled something together as well. This device contains a code to break the Vulgus algorithm. When the specialized code loaded onto this device is activated, it will automatically collect Vulgus records from all over the Void Vessel. Analyzing those records will tell us why the Vulgus came to VV-072. I'm counting on you, Descendant.
Descendant, I hear you're planning further operations in the recently discovered Void Vessel. I have a favor.
Zdravíčko, Berko.
Can you come to the research institute?
Ano, správně vidí oko tvé velký cecky v latexu. Ačka, tady máme mimo červený koberec. Ten pes běhá bokem, to je divný. Hej, paní, nemám synchronizace pokecu.
You found some special data from the Void Abyss. Intriguing and captivating data, in fact. The organism that Keelan rescued from the Void Vessel is no ordinary dog. It's the product of highly complex and sophisticated genetic engineering involving RK. The signal picked up in the Void Abyss was a sensor of sorts, the organism's response to Keelan's RK waves. Up until this point, only descendants have been able to respond to and detect RK. But it seems that this organism has a very specialized sensitivity to RK. We are discovering new possibilities for this fascinating creature every day. Similar to when we first saw the possibilities of humanity. The Magisters speculate that this organism was created by the ancestors. It's just a theory, for now, of course. We've categorized this organism as a new species, an RK Fellow. This category means that it's a being that responds to RK and can help descendants in a variety of ways. which is, of course, what we plan to use them for. I've also discovered a way to research Fellow, given enough materials. But as this organism came from the Void Vessel, you'll need to gather the materials from there. I'm hoping you'll be able to help me collect the materials I need to research this organism while you're on other operations.
Okay.
Oh, a special human child.
Descendant. I've developed a way to increase the performance of the inversion reinforcement device. You used to wear the device on your wrist to control the inversion energy in the Ironheart particles. I've been able to improve it with a simple adjustment and some research. Now it's attached to your chest, close to your heart and the pulsations of arcane energy. The device's name is the Ancestor's Pulse, a modified version of the inversion
Máme tam pulze.
device.
Pozor
I
na
used
to.
focused technology and a little ingenuity. With the Ironheart particles injected by the Ancestor's Pulse, your RK will be even stronger. Of course, I used the Vulgus's inversion technology to refine the device's design and ensure stability. As long as you don't inject too many particles, you shouldn't have to worry about the dangers of inversion energy. Oh, HQ said they would periodically recall all of the inversion reinforcement devices, correct? The highly contaminated inversion energy accumulated in the device will provide excellent samples to study. Don't worry, I'll pass this on to HQ myself. This worked well. I'm sure I'll be able to devise very impressive new technology in the future.
Takže to zrychlím a rovnou skočíme ke startu. Výborně.
Launching Void Vessel Exploration Operation.
Musím 9x jedno a to samý heblo. To je dobrý hnus. Karel. Bude to, když od toho odejdu? Jo. Vypadá, že jo. Kdyby někdo zapomněl, jak otravné jsou ty questy, které vynucují běhat něco xkrát do kolečka, tak well, tady jeden z nich. Ne, že by to přímo pěkně šupalo jedno za druhým příběhově. Ale 9x1 to samý. A ty seš co zač? Teď se to pěkně protočí. Tohle rozbít nejde. Jsou lasery tady taky. Tak nic. Foxy. S tímhletím jde interagovat. Tak je tu víc, ale jenom s některými jde interakce. Immunity. Speciál materiál. Broken, no tak vezmu jenom tady tohle. Za to se nedostanem. Dobře. A jo, můžu tam spadnout. OK. Давай. Tak rychle nabít. Jippi. A jsme tam. Foxy, už si hrála, ale už nehraješ. No, já běžně standardně taky ne. Aktuálně jsem se šel podívat, co se tu změnilo. K lepšímu, co se týče příběhu. Klasika. Chceš si udělat příběhovou část a 9krát do kolečka musíš chodit jedno a to samý. Takže uděláme jedno a budeme na 9 potom pokračovat. Potřebuju více nemáků. Nahoď mi více nemáků. Ta mise na toho psa by nemusela být špatná, kdyby to nebylo 9x1 a to samý. Značka úvod a potom ta finální mise 9x stejná. Ne. Ne. Tak očividně to nejde podejít. Lasery už konečně zmizely, výborně. Ale zítra, co je v plánu? Je to hodně. 8 ráno tanky. A to se uvidí. A došly klíčky. Fajné. Zničit to nejde. Tak. Zítra technicky je možný večer 1. Diablo 4. Necháme ho vykecat. Sypte nemáky. A je víc bomb. No hurá. Bomba sem. Ale jestli bloknu jejich bíkny v 5 kusech nebo v méně, zatím rozdíl nevidím. Stejně to potřebuji odpálit. Schválně jich sem tahám víc. Mhm. Čtvrtý, neměl by tady už někde být ten 5. Aha jo, tady je 5. Tak jo. Nakonec jich 5 stejně bude. Upadlo jako zhovna dolů, ale budiš. Record unlocked. Jo. Jsem to minul. Celkem hezky. Zbytek do 9 asi projdu s randomákama na hard. Bude z toho více klíčů. Dobrý den, štíty ven. Jaký byl bosák? Bosák minus. Ne. No mi spadla bedna. Minus. To si mám vybrat. Nevím, třeba z data vault. Jo, z ní dostanu. Čokl. Bude úžasný sbírání z bedinky, aby padlo všechno.
Výborně, 4 z 9 byly na normál, ten zbytek dotáhneme mimo záznam, takže rovnou skočíme do stavu 9 z 9.
Descendant, I've analyzed the data you've uploaded to your receive channel. There are some anomalies. I was wondering if you had a moment to discuss them.
No, skrz plný inventář samozřejmě skipneme prodej.
There you are. You've done a great job collecting the data. I've processed and analyzed the information you uploaded. Let me break it down for you. Firstly, we only discovered VV-072 recently, but the Vulgus records go back way before we discovered it. That means the Vulgus didn't discover VV-072 around the same time as we did. They'd already been there for a long time. Luckily, the data you collected was quite detailed, giving us some clues as to why the Vulgus went to VV-072 and what they've been looking for there all this time. For starters, the information the Vulgus are after is probably related to the Ironhearts, and it's most likely the information on where the Ironhearts are hidden.
How can you be sure?
Look, this is geographical data on Ingress. It accounts for a significant portion of all the data we have, and some of it is locked with quantum encryption. The Vulgus surveyed the entire topography of Ingress 100 years ago. For them to go all the way to the Void Abyss to look for topographical information means...
It probably has something to do with the Ironhearts.
Considering how accurately Karel was able to locate the Ironheart, he must have found the information here.
If only we'd been faster. We could have turned the tables on them. Wait. Inez. What's this?
Oh, I was just about to get to that. This data is very old. It's about an engagement the Vulgus fought against an enemy on VV-072.
Hang on. Isn't this referring to Aisha's squad?
Yes, that's what I thought too. The way they described how they looked, the technology they used, their firearms, and especially the mention of the rose of Aisha, Aisha's weapon. Everything fits, down to the bullet specs.
That means Aisha's squad survived the Void Storm and made it to VV-072.
It seems that way, but there's no record of what happened to them. If the Vulgus had killed them, it would be in these records. But there's nothing further after an entry saying they lost the targets. It's complicated. Anyway, Descendant, I'll go over this with HQ and get back to you.
Descendant, I need to speak with you in private. Can you spare a minute?
Tak, zase za Ajaxem.
If you have something to say, let's talk. I overheard your conversation with Inez and Keelan. As they guessed, the enemy that the Vulgus engaged was definitely Aisha. I had my doubts when I started reviewing the records, but when it got to the part about a red handgun and a rose engraved on it, I was convinced. A handgun engraved with a red rose was Aisha's most cherished weapon. As you know, not many descendants use handguns as their primary weapon, and no descendant would insist on using a handgun unless it was an RK unique weapon. For me, that confirmed the enemy that the Vulgus engaged, mentioned in those records, was Aisha. I've been obsessed with finding Aisha, waiting for the right time to go and search for her. Now that the opportunity is finally here, I've been excluded from the operation. I don't resent Alpha's decision. He's made a wise choice. But I need to ask you to do something. It's now or never. Will you look for signs of Aisha during this operation? It doesn't matter how small they are. I want to see them with my own eyes. I desperately need this.
This is Descendant Eckert. Are you busy? I've been refining the Void Vessel record tracking algorithm at HQ's request. I'll need to talk you through it. Could you spare some time?
Takže tady máme další pokec.
I'm Eckert from Data Intelligence. You're here. This is the device with the improved
Něco
algorithm.
novýho.
I've added a couple of features to the Void radar configuration. Firstly, I've altered the data collection device so it detects certain wavelengths within the coordinates. I've also added a feature to amplify and track RK traces once detected, even the faintest amount. Even if the level of RK emissions drops below the threshold, it shouldn't be a problem, as long as it has been detected. The device will accurately amplify the traces and recalculate their location. It gave me some headaches along the way, but it all turned out okay. Take it to Seneca and that's it. It'll start functioning once he's installed it. What I found most interesting during the development of the algorithm was in order to reduce the interference from void energy, I had to incorporate the principle of modulation of the gamma value of the reflected wavelength. Descendant? Descendant, are you listening?
Už dávno neposlouchám. Opět za Senekou.
I am analyzing the void part. Hello, Descendant. I've been waiting for you. That must be the algorithm Eckert modified. I'll apply it right now. When the algorithm activates, you'll be able to detect data that was previously obscured by the high levels of void energy. It'll provide an opportunity to retrieve data that would otherwise be missed due to the wavelengths. The first data to collect is the RK wavelengths remaining on BB072. These are the records left behind by any descendants. This is a chance for us to see events that took place, people we've lost, and any truths that may have been obscured. Descendant, I hope you return safely after completing the operation.
A nyní kam dál? Osm rekordů. A opět mě to posílá zpátky do té samé mise. To snad ne. No jistě.
Launching Void Vessel Exploration Operation.
Takže bude stačit tohle? Výborně. Takže to je, co jsme viděli úplně při tom prvním vstupu. Pak to prý celý na normál. Uznalo to 4 z 9, takže po druhý na hard. Tam už to chtělo 10 kousků. Místo jenom 5. Takže vezmeme beacon. Miny nás nezajímají. Takže jsem tu přehrával ty záznamy. Je úplně irrelevantní očividně, protože tu misi si musíme celou zopáknout. Tak to je za mě velký fail. Upřímně jsem čekal, že na to psa bude nějaká normální mise. Dejme tomu jak například u Warframeu, která byla zábavná a hlavně se neopakovala. Ale prostě šla dál a dál. Ne. Tady už po třetí, po čtvrtý běžíme identickou věc. Za mě kurva velký mínus. To ano, mám klíčky, takže si můžu vzít speciální materiál nebo experimentální. Že těch klíčků už pár mám. Tak, rekord. Jak dlouho asi budou ty záznamy? Tak, hurá, další. Býtnými jsem víc nemáků. Mám aspoň co zabíjet. Tak. Ještě 5. Výborně. Dan. Tak, teď mě to nažene hen do díry. Tady žádný zelený rekord nevidím. Že by se jen tak vznášel. Tu je. Ne.
James, tell me if you feel any discomfort.
I feel a little nauseous and strange. It's like my muscles are moving by themselves. The pain is going away. Really?
To je další.
It does that very soon too. Very well, the signs become unbearable.
Alright, Edwin. I can also feel your broken rib stabbing into your lungs. I'm gonna give you an even smaller dose than James. Here, let me see your shoulder.
Hudba absolutně neodpovídá tomu audiu. Nikde tady není brutální armádu, jen nemáku na zabití nemám. A to jaká hraje hudba. Už dokecala výborně. Takže druhý uložen. Podíváme se na tu druhou stranu, hen. Si to půjde nějak odemknout. Vypadá to, že... Asi ne. Ok. Neodemkli se a nevidím tady nic, čím bych to odemkl upřímně, takže můžeme pokračovat dále. Další pokec. Řekl bych, že mu pižlají ruku. Sem se dá vlízt. A je tu prd. Ok. Genetika speciál. V tom genetiku nic není a došly mi klíčky. Ne. Ne. Výborně. 2 a nepoužitelný. Just run, no. Tak, tady je další. Díky další. Zatím ne. Takže nejspíš se tam podíváme později. Tady žádný log není. Bombička přišla, výborně. Jeden minus. O, tu ještě něco přežilo, výborně. Tu můžeme kuchnout a hurá dolů. Ne, tady to nejde zmáčknout. Žádný log není. Tady je. Tady taky nic. Jo, jakmile dokecala. O, se to odemklo. O, může být. Tahle přehrávám. Ah. Big monster. Už? Další. No jo. Bylo jich vůbec 8 těch pokeců? Ani už nevím. Ale jeden beacon jsem někde mysnul. Někdy byl ještě asi schovaný jeden. Ale doufám, že budu mít těch 8 pokeců. No, pojď, střel si do toho. Toho. A máš to. Žádná odměna, žádná bedna. Bída. Tak, doufám, že splněno.
Great job, Descendant.
Výborně.
We're analyzing the records you uploaded to your receive channel. The results should be available soon, so you'll be able to head out right away.
Výborně, takže 4x, 5x a do kolečka.
Right on time. We've just completed analysis. The results aren't bad, but they aren't great either. Starting with the results of the detailed analysis, it's been confirmed that all of these records were modified with a specific decryption system developed by Albion headquarters, all with different IDs too. Which means, as we suspected, Aisha's squad did make it to VV-072.
The problem is the next part. We've analyzed the records we believed have been left by Aisha's squad. I just can't make sense of them.
It's like Keelan said. The more I examine the records, the creepier it gets, the harder it is to understand. It's like a diary of someone suffering from nightmares. It's that erratic. I'm going to request that Data Intelligence do secondary analysis on it. A more detailed analysis might reveal repetitions, or anything that could help us understand what happened. This doesn't seem to be just about Aisha, but about her entire squad. So I hope we can find some clues.
We'll take care of this. You get to HQ and brief them. Before you do, you can upload this data to Ajax's Receive channel. I bet he's been waiting for it.
Wow, Keelan, you finally learned some social skills. I'm lost for words. You're going to respond to my messages right away from now on, right?
I've always answered you immediately. With silence.
I tried to hide that I've been waiting for this, but I guess I failed. Thank you for looking out for me.
I didn't do it for your gratitude. And I'd appreciate if next time you don't bring your personal issues into an operation.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You were doing so well. Just say something nice.
Výborně.
Descendant, I apologize for rushing you here like this. While conducting the secondary analysis requested by Hound, I discovered something new. The Vulgus weren't just after information about the Ironhearts, they were also looking for something else entirely. It was what you and Keelan discovered during your first foray, the unidentified lifeform. The Vulgus were looking for research data on that lifeform, as well as anything else related to the Ironhearts. Data that could reveal the location of the Ironhearts should be reason enough to go to VV-072. But for them to also look for data on that lifeform means it must represent a great strategic benefit to them. The Ironhearts and the R&D on an unidentified lifeform. The link between them is the ancestors. Now that we know for certain that VV-072 is not a Vulgus ship, the only other beings capable of building a vessel of that size were the ancestors. The problem is that we have been unable to figure out why the ancestors left Ingress after quantum encrypting geographical data on Ingress, and why they researched the creation of the unidentified lifeform on that vessel. It feels like I'm sinking deeper into the void abyss myself the more I investigate this. I wish I could find a clear answer. For now, Command will work with the Magisters to hypothesize the most likely explanation. I'll get back to you when we have something meaningful to report.
Descendant, I believe I have a way to unravel this mystery.
Takže ještě za guidem.
This is... Like HQ, I also believe that VV-072 is an ancestor ship. Most of the technology present on VV-072 is a match for that of the ancestors. Many of the technological marvels created by the ancestors are based on the same algorithm as I am. Therefore, it should be possible to use my code to access the ship's internal operating systems. And I know Eckert has developed an algorithm that minimizes interference from void energy. This is a new form of analytical code that merges Eckert's algorithm with my decryption code. Uploading this code to the ship's systems should enable you to find the data hidden by the ancestors. The ancestors' data is likely to be quantum encrypted, and it will take some time to decrypt it. But if you are patient, you will acquire a vast amount of data. If I had any records relating to the ship, I could have hastened the process. But for some reason, there is no information on the Void Abyss, Void Vessels, or VV072 in my records. I am perplexed by this, but it is not too late if we hurry. We can still stop the Vulgus and overcome the increasing information gap.
Kam mě to požene nyní? Už zas. Vážně. Po šestý mě to potáhne do jedné skurvený mise.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
A to už nemám slov. Ani jedno slovo by nebylo slušné. Že toto je absolutní vrchol drzosti od Nexnu. Recyklace jedny posraný mise. Furt a stále do kolečka. Velmi kvalitní hovno. A ne titul. Plácnout na psa jednu posranou misi. A chodit tam furt dokola sbírat audiologii jak u čuráků. Nemá období. To je doslova vrchol drzosti od vývojářů tady tohle. No. Se nejvím, proč jich je tady těch poletuch tolik. Že pokaždé je někde jinde. Ono to už totiž ani nepřehrává audio, výborně. Takže už jsme se dostali do fáze, kdy vývojáři tam nedali ani ně. Krása. Se podíváme, jestli je napadlo dát aspoň něco tady nahoru. Jo. Save point. Jo. Ten bastl. Na beacony. Dobře. Svítí, nesvítí. Takže tam nic, tady nic. Tady máme druhý ze 6. Ani to nepíše pro jistotu, že je to druhý ze 6. Takže proč se s tím drbat? Třetí. Tady si vezmeme beacon. Jo, jestli tam může být něco nahoře, ale vypadá to, že asi ne. Asi. No, to tam moc vidět není. Tady technicky 4. Hen nahoře nevidím nic. Tady by někde měl být ještě 5., 6. Ne. Beacon nic. Samozřejmě tupí nemáci. Tak kuchneme znova. Opět vyťukáme. Upřímně i ten Warframe neměl tak repetitivní misi na prvního psa. Každá mise byla úplně jiná. Ať už se jednalo jít si pro štěně vypěstovat po nasazení obojku. Pak si říkám, sakra, jak to, že ty drony ten laser nerozbije. Když by měl sundat každýho jedemáka. Tak, výborně. Nechci už ty pušky ani sbírat. Technicky tady by měl být předposlední. Ano. Plenty supplies. Nic. Tady fakt nikde není absolutně nic schovaného. Ještě jeden a můžeme odejít. Tahle mise mi akorát ukázala, že se radši na misi s toxickou postavou z vysoka vyseru. Takže to bude ausgerechnet to samý. Tak šup, naval speedem ty nemáky, ale už jsem pryč. Hurá, bomba. Odpálit. Už můžu jít. Good. Tady to ani nejde teďka aktuálně. Pro změnu. Tak a teď. Jistě, tady mám poslední. Nemám chuť to ani prozkoumávat. Prostě tam jumpnu a hurá do konce. Ne, taky nic. Tohle prostě... Tak hrozné. Že ač rád prozkoumávám kde jakou capinu, jestli něco není schovaný, tak už na to tady seru. Veškerá možná potenciální zábava z toho psa je v tahu. Jenom protože vývojáři udělali jednu misi a jebli ju furt do kolečka, aby natáhli hratelnost aspoň časově. Tak, pojď. Stáhni si štít, já tě můžu zabít. A odejít. Výborně. S Bohem. Guide, doufám, že je to poslední kecání, jinak ten quest vzdávám. Jestli ještě jednou mi tam budeš chtět poslat.
Descendant, VV-072 was a scientific research vessel constructed by the ancestors. The ship was named the Bastion of Eternity. I do not know how this ship ended up adrift in the void abyss, but we can only assume that the ancestors possessed interstellar navigation technology. There was something else that required urgent analysis. The core objective of the ancestors' research on the Bastion of Eternity. This was presumably a way to create the Colossi. The fellow you and Keelan found was not the end goal of the ancestors. The fellow is merely a byproduct of their work on the technology to construct the Colossi. According to the research data you have secured, the ancestors were developing a technology that uses RK as a raw material to separate mind from body, then implants that RK in a mechanical body of considerable power. If, for some reason, all ancestors were transformed into Colossi because of this research, it explains why there are no signs of the ancestors on the Bastion of Eternity now. This research could also be the reason why you could not find any traces of Aisha's squad. The technology to construct Colossi. What could be more tempting to the Vulgus? That must be why the Vulgus continue to search for this. The key technology needed to construct the Colossi, and the records of that research. I have yet to discover any evidence that the ancestors' research was successful, so this is only a theory. I hope that it does not turn out to be correct. Descendant, please report these discoveries to HQ. They require HQ's careful consideration.
Co nám řekne nového Nell?
Do you need information? What about? I have examined the conversation with the guide that you uploaded to the command console. So the ancestors researched the construction of the Colossi, and the Vulgus are looking for that research data. I find this difficult to accept, but we have data that supports the guide's hypothesis. Inez extracted this voice file after filtering out the interference caused by void energy.
Ajax! Ajax!
We analyzed the wavelength of the voice and found that it matched the sounds emitted by the Colossi. There has never been a single reported case of a Colossus speaking a human language. We are even more confused now that we have heard the guide's hypothesis, but HQ will not automatically assume Aisha's squad is deceased. Instead, we're increasing our efforts to find a way to rescue them. It's entirely possible that they left the Bastion of Eternity and are still alive elsewhere. For now, the report and data will be placed on the agenda for an emergency meeting at HQ. I will contact you when the meeting is concluded. Thank you for your efforts with this difficult operation, Descendant.
Do you have a minute?
Tak to nemusím chodit ani daleko.
I've read and reread the records from the Bastion of Eternity. I must have gone over them dozens of times. But what I read was so unbelievable. What the hell happened to them? I wondered if my prolonged exposure to the energy of the Void Abyss was causing me to hallucinate. That's the only answer I could come up with. I've had experiences in the Void Abyss so vivid that I couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't. But we have no conclusive evidence that Aisha and her squad are dead. As Nell said, it's possible they're still alive, somewhere. And even if something happened to her squad, I believe Aisha is still alive at least. No additional evidence has been found. There is no record of mutation. And I'll never give up on rescuing her. I'll find her, no matter the cost. I know it took a lot of hard work and dedication on your part to acquire this information. Thank you for that, and also for what it means to me, personally. I may not be able to leave right away, but once we've found all of the Iron Hearts, I'll go to the Void Abyss. I will never give up hope. But until the right time presents itself, I'll focus on finding the Iron Hearts. Thank you, Descendant. I won't forget this.
Jaxi, běž do Abyssu, užij si Abyss.
Since the operation is finished, can we talk for a second?
Výborně, Hound Member. Hlavně už mě neposílejte do Abyssu.
Great, you're here. I just wanted to let you know that you did good. When we began this operation, I thought we probably needed to maybe be a little more careful than normal. But as things progressed, I realized we were actually in for a real challenge. Without your help, we would have never got through this. Thank you, Descendant. I really wish I could have been there. It's a real shame. Anyway, Descendant, would you like to join our unit? We could really use someone as capable as you. I'll treat you really, really well. Just think about it, okay?
If I were you, I'd think about the offer.
Ne, díky.
Caleb, it's times like these that we need to recruit a competent Descendant. We're already short-staffed. We won't have another opportunity like this for a long time.
She's been like this ever since she completed her Hound training. She tries to recruit anyone who looks promising to make up for our lack of troops.
Who was it that came up to you when you were brooding in a corner? Everyone I've recruited is doing just fine, right?
Yeah, that's why I said I like them. They don't get in the way, and they can hold their own.
Then shouldn't you put more effort into trying to recruit them?
I'll think about it.
Ugh, always with the attitude. Anyway, good job, Descendant.
Yeah, good work. See you later.
Výborně, quest splněn a už nemusíme jít v rámci jednoho questu do jedné a té samé mise stále do kolečka. Good job.
And the Iron Heart would have already fallen to all hands. However, sometimes I am concerned that our trust in the Magisters is misplaced. I'm not saying they will betray us. If it weren't for them, of course, we would never have been able to endure the century following the apocalypse. What I'm trying to say is that the Magisters haven't passed on everything they know. They value the truth more than their own lives. And they believe we will one day defeat Corella and bring peace to Ingress. There must be a reason the Magisters believe this. But unfortunately, I am not in possession of any knowledge that makes me believe it. As you know, we only know...
Výborně, tedy misi napsal máme hotovou, byla velmi otravná, jelikož jedna mise furt do kolečka upřímně je otřesné. Každopádně díky za zhlédnutí, doufám, že se vám to videjko líbilo A samozřejmě do komentářů můžete napsat, jaký máte názor na opakovanost této jedné mise stále do kolečka v rámci získávání možnosti psa. Ještě jednou díky za zhlédnutí a na viděnou u dalšího videa.